And I bet like more information is going to come out later and then we're going to both sound like idiots. But that's okay. I like that.
That's almost definitely the
right. Welcome to Dastardly Hamster. I'm here with my friend Mika, who is a metalhead who thought she would hate Taylor Swift, but I showed her 3 songs. She liked all 3, and one even made her cry. So check those out and subscribe if you would like to see more of Mika's journey towards becoming a Swiftie. But we're doing something different today because neither of us have heard Taylor Swift's new album yet, and we will both be reacting to it. I'm super nervous today because before I knew what songs I was giving you, now I have no idea. So I hope we don't ruin any progress that we've made. Oftentimes her newest single is like pretty experimental, so it might be pretty different from her other stuff. I don't know.
I'm expecting poppy music, and I'm expecting it to be sort of on the calm side compared to stuff that I would normally listen to, like metal. I am hoping to not hate it.
Okay. Me too.
Oh, and I seen the title Post Malone. That's the dude with the tattoos on his face, right?
I have no idea who that is. Is he a singer?
I guess.
Maybe he just waves. I don't know.
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me.
Okay, I'm already liking this. This is good. This is nice. It's really beautiful and calming. It's not out of left field, which I like. So we'll see where it goes. But so far, it's really nice.
I have immediately been transported to the 80s.
Okay.
Not a big fan of a lot of 80s, especially the synth sound.
Jeez.
But I won't hold it against it. Let's go for it. She must be so uncomfortable right now.
I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you're okay, but you're the...
I feel like this got intense. Like it went from 0 to 100 really quickly. The first image was like, oh, like it looks pretty peaceful. She's comfortable. And then she said the line about being an alcoholic. And then there's somebody in like this giant suit who is giving her a pill. We're not sure yet. And is she locked up? I can't tell.
Yes, she does appear to be constrained.
This does not appear like it's going to be a love song.
Well, who knows? Maybe she's talking about how love constrains her. We'll see. We'll see by the end. I guess I'm expecting it to maybe go into a societal type message. I do really like the aesthetic of the video, the contrast, the sort of MC Escher type of dimensional alterations.
Okay.
I'm actually wearing my Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt right now.
Okay.
Which also has these sort of off angles.
Right.
So very appropriate.
Yeah.
Musically, I am hoping that we have quite a bit more intensity to go. I feel like we're just at the beginning of the rise, and I'm expecting quite a bit more sound.
And no one here's to blame, but what about your quiet treason? And for a fortnight there,
So now she feels observed. I guess this is where Post Malone is going to come in.
Whoa. She wants to kill somebody.
Well, she's looking in the mirror, so maybe she's talking about wanting to kill herself. Or kill that image that she has.
Oh, kill a part of herself?
Mm-hmm.
Full lyric was, now you're in my backyard, turned into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I want to kill her.
Okay. We'll edit out the parts where I'm wrong. It might not just be about actually wanting to kill a person.
Right.
It's probably about killing that ideal image.
And it might also just be like, you know, when people are really angry, like you say like, oh, I want to kill him, you know, but you don't actually want to kill somebody. But maybe this will end with a murder. Who knows?
My assumption is that she is talking about being jealous of that idyllic life, being so jealous that it would drive someone to violence just because you can't stand the idea of having somebody else having what you don't have.
I wanna kill her. All my morning
Is that Post Malone?
Based on the face tattoos, I'm going to assume that's Post Malone.
Okay, we're prime investigators here.
I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary, and I love you. It's ruining my life. It's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. But I touched you, and for a fortnight there we were.
So now it's kind of seeming to turn into a love song. I'm kind of disconnecting. Started out, I was thinking it was going to be some kind of like deep reflection on being a celebrity or some kind of message about society or something like that. Now it's starting to turn into a love song.
I don't think this is a love song.
Okay.
I would be very shocked if it was, just because again, I'm looking at the lyrics, I'm looking at the imagery, I'm seeing the shackles, I'm seeing the drugs, I'm seeing the alcoholic, because the full line is, I love you, it's ruining my life. This does not seem like to be a positive song to me at all. I think there is something deeper going on here. Taylor Swift is very good at having double meanings to songs, so it might seem like on the surface like a love song, but there's actually something deeper going on beneath that.
This is, she's talking about like she had someone for a fortnight. I guess it's more than a one night stand, but it seems like she's writing a song based off an almost one night stand.
We were forever running to you, sometimes ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard, turned into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her.
I think this is a song about infidelity, and she is the one who is cheating. Well, I guess they're both cheating.
It sounds like she's the other woman. She had an affair for a fortnight
Right.
with a married man and is now becoming obsessed with him and plotting to kill his wife, perhaps. Yeah, now I'm pretty disappointed in the messaging, and then I hope that there is more to it.
And for a fortnight there we were together, running to you, sometimes comment on my sweater. Now you're at the mailbox, turned into good neighbors. My husband is cheating. I wanna kill him. I love.
Did that time she say, I want to kill him?
Now it sounds like she's singing from the perspective of the wife. So that does add a layer, I suppose.
So there's a theme here. She keeps talking about good neighbors. She says, now you're in my backyard, turned into good neighbors. What this sounds like to me is there's two households side by side. There's infidelity somewhere. Oh, you know what? You know what? I don't think there is infidelity. I think
Or is it just jealousy?
it's jealousy, because it mentions like very innocent things. Like it mentions here.
Oh, no, she said I had you for a fortnight, and they were kissing and like being close together. I don't think there's any way to interpret this until and he was writing love letters, and their souls were connecting across the typing pool. I think it's about infidelity. He's like on her. Look, they're writing to each other, writing poetry to each other, maybe.
Here's my impression, is that this is how the other partner is envisioning them. Here's my logic, okay? The things she's talking about being jealous of, asking about the weather, watering flowers, running into you sometimes, comment on my sweater, now you're at the mailbox. Like these are just normal things that neighbors would do. But she's making a huge deal out of it. It almost seems to me that these friendly interactions that are happening between neighbors is causing a severe amount of jealousy from the partner.
Or, it also could be because we get this woman who's idealizing this perfect life that someone has, and now we're getting the perspective of the wife. It's kind of like the Instagram argument. It's like, oh, everybody looks like they have the perfect life, but in fact they don't. So maybe it's that the neighbor is going, oh, I wish I had this perfect life, and the wife is going, actually our life isn't perfect at all.
I love you. It's ruining my life. It's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. I touched you. I love you. It's ruining my life.
Oh, as an actor, him on the right. Is it Ethan Hawke? Let me look. It is Ethan Hawke. Oh, okay. And then I just saw a headline. Taylor Swift gets Ethan Hawke and Josh Charles. He was in The Good Wife. I think he was the affair partner, the crush of a married woman in The Good Wife. I was trying to read into the imagery of her tattoos earlier, but now I see the same tattoos on Post Malone, so I guess she just got the same tattoos as him.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right. And then I don't know, so here it looks like, like not exactly the Frankenstein story, because the Frankenstein story is like one dude and I guess his assistant or whatever. So here it looks like some kind of maybe allusion to the Frankenstein story. Looks like they're trying to bring someone back to life. Maybe he's trying to resurrect his marriage, which is something that you hear all the time, like a husband runs around and then finally realizes, oh, he loved his wife all along and tries to resurrect the marriage.
Interesting. I didn't take that from it, but I could see that. What I took from it was she is crazy and that this is some sort of like electroshock therapy. Is that it?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, it could be trying to make his wife into his image. That's something that he has to force on his wife, whereas the woman in the affair does it willingly. Does seem like he's being supportive in this. She has to work so hard to try to be that idealized thing, and he's like trying to help her through it, but at the same time not enough to like not cheat on her. I don't know, 1800s imagery might be something to do with trying to be a trad wife type of thing, trying to emulate whatever it is that got him to marry the first woman.
That's interesting. What's with her opening the drawers?
They were typing these love letters, or what I assume were love letters to each other. So maybe it's her realizing, oh, I'll never be what he wants me to be. He's already married and he's never going to leave her for me. Right. So she's throwing everything away.
Well, that was abrupt.
I do like an abrupt ending.
Yeah. Now, well, here's an interesting part. We sort of mentioned it at the beginning, but I had forgotten this line by the time we got to the end. So it says, I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you're okay, but you're the reason, and no one's here to blame. But what about your quiet treason? This is playing into the, like, she's crazy.
And, with the 1800s imagery, in the 1800s, absolutely it could have happened. If a man got caught cheating and wanted to discredit the woman that he was cheating with, he might have said, oh, no, she's crazy, and had her committed. Things like electroshock and all of that absolutely did happen. Maybe there's something in there about women getting more blame than men.
I'm just reading from Taylor Swift herself. When I was writing the Fortnight music video, I wanted to show you the worlds I saw in my head that served as the backdrop for making this music. Pretty much everything in it is a metaphor or a reference to one corner of the album or another. For me, the video turned out to be a perfect visual representation of the record and the stories I tell in it. The video might be referencing other stories. She's talking about Fortnight. She says, I've always imagined it took place in this American town where the American dream you thought would happen to you didn't. You ended up not with the person that you loved, and now you have to live with that every day, wondering what would have been, maybe just seeing them out, and that's a very tragic concept, really. So I was writing from that perspective. This almost sounds like you have these neighbors, right? And she's seeing them, their family, doing so much better than hers, and being more affectionate, whatever. And it's making her long for that. Why do I have this life with this person that I don't even love? Why can't I have that life?
The wife clearly says, my husband is cheating. Well, when we said my husband is cheating, we assume that it's switched perspective to the wife's perspective of the man that she's coveting.
Oh, right, because there's a perspective change here.
Maybe it's not a perspective change. Maybe the person singing the song is all one person all the time, and she's dreaming about the neighbor. But she is in fact married herself, and her own husband is cheating with somebody else. But because her husband is cheating, she's dreaming about sleeping with a neighbor.
So she's dreaming about sleeping with the neighbor to get back at her husband?
Right.
But then what's the line about your wife waters flowers, I want to kill her? Who's she's talking about here?
The wife of the person she's dreaming about, but that she's never been with. But no, see, she's saying, I had you for a fortnight. There had to be something going on.
No, what that sounds like to me was they used to be together, but she didn't choose him, or he didn't choose her. And it might be about infidelity, but I actually don't think it is. To me, it sounds like this is who she wanted to be with, but she ended up with somebody else who she's not happy with. And now she sees the person that she wants to be with as her neighbor. And every time small things are happening, she gets so frustrated and angry, like your wife's watering flowers, like who cares? But for her, it's more like, I can't give this up. And that would also explain all the crazy illusions. I don't think she's in the right mind here.
So what do you rate this?
So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 ham stars. The reason is because I really like the complexity of the lyrics. I like that it's not something that's immediately obvious. And the more that I looked into it, I found like more lines and parts to it that I thought like, wait, could it mean this? And we debated back and forth. And I bet like more information is going to come out later and then we're going to both sound like idiots. But that's okay. I like that.
That's almost definitely the
right. I like just the soft sound to it. It's not a type of song that I'm going to listen to, intentionally pay attention to. This is what I like to call background music. It's music that I like to listen to when I'm doing something else. Like say I'm like concentrating on something. This is like really soothing music, which I love that kind of music.
Until she talks about killing people multiple times, but all right.
My point is that I can put this on in the background. I can just enjoy it. I can be doing other things. Not everything needs to have my full attention. And this is that type of song for me. I didn't feel like the guy needed to be in there, to be honest. He didn't really add much to the song. And in fact, his voice wasn't really that distinct. I didn't notice it that much from Taylor Swift's. Like he was sort of just like a background character. There are other songs, duets she does that I think are really good. Exile is one of them. I'll probably show you that one. That's a much better duet than this one. What is your rating?
I can only give a 1 to things that I hate so much that like if it comes on the radio, even though I don't listen to the radio or whatever, I would get up to turn it off. It's not so annoying that I would do that. So therefore, I'm going to give it a 2.
That was a nice shit sandwich that you just made there.
There was nothing in here for me. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the vocals. I didn't like the story. I did like the first bit of the video in the room there, even though I'm still unsure about whether her 1800s style matched with the typewriters. I did kind of like the dress. I thought that was cool.
You know what? I'm okay with that. To be honest, no, I am, because to be honest, if I had heard this song first, it wouldn't have been one of the songs that I would give you to react to. I can sort of tell listening to it, this isn't probably something that you would have enjoyed. So that's okay. I'm like not mad that you didn't like this one. There will be lots of other stuff that you will like, I'm sure. So yeah, check those other videos out if you haven't yet, because
you will find a much more positive reception. Well, that's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
And give us a dastardly thumbs up.